Alright, so today we're going to go over the Maverick. There are different types of Mavericks. They have different warheads, different seeker heads. I'm not going to be going over all the different types of Mavericks or the use case scenarios for them. All I'm going to be going over, as is with most of my videos, is short, sweet, quick explanation and tutorial on how to get the thing off the rail and into a target. So first step, put the system into air to ground mode. Once you're there, you're going to come over here, make sure that you have your AGM65s selected. Make sure they are powered on. If they are not powered on, hit the button next to it to set it to power on. Once it's set to power on, you need to wait 5 minutes, probably even a little longer, for the missile to warm up and be ready. You have Station 3 and Station 7. We're going to select one of these three middle ones. Three middle selector switches, and if there's already something here, hit it again, change it to weapon. And this shows you the video feed from the seeker head of one of the Mavericks on Station 3. Select this to see the video feed from one of the Mavericks on Station 7. Alright, up here we have operation. This doesn't do anything yet. VIS is visual mode. FOV is the field of view. You can click this to zoom in or zoom out. HOC just changes the color of the crosshairs from white to black, black to white. It does not change the video feed from black hot to white hot. It's not how it works. It's always going to be white hot out of a Maverick IR seeker. So we changed this by making this soy and TMIS switch down twice. There we go. And we're going to hit the button up here to change this from visual mode to BoreSight mode. Hit it again to go to PreBrief mode. Let's go to visual first, and in visual mode, notice up here we have a square locked in at our flight path marker. It goes where the flight path marker goes. And what you can do in Viz mode is put the flight path marker on a target, hit TMIS switch up, and boom, now the square is locked in place. The flight path marker is now free to move. And now you'll see the seeker head is actually locked in place. And you can move it around, find a spot, find a target in the spot that you selected around that area, and then TMIS switch up to lock onto it. Alright, that's visual mode. One thing to keep in mind, in visual mode, make sure that the asterisk, see the asterisk on your HUD, is on your HUD to make that square lock into place. If you have the Maverick soy and then TMIS switch up, nothing happens. It's still locked to the flight path marker. So TMIS switch up until the HUD is the soy, and you know that it's the soy because it has an asterisk on it. And now when you TMIS switch up, the square will stay in place, the seeker head will be locked in place, and now you can search for targets. Alright, TMIS switch down to get back to the visual mode so that it's locked onto the flight path marker again, and you have the asterisk on the HUD. BoreSight mode. Let's go to BoreSight, hit the button again, go to Bore. Now you have a crosshair on your HUD. This crosshair is not locked to your flight path. It is actually not going to move at all. In fact, that is your seeker head looking directly straight forward, not moving, right on the rail as is. You can use your radar cursor switch around to slew the seeker head around. You can move that crosshair around, and you'll see over here the seeker head is moving, and then lock by pushing TMIS switch up. But you're not going to get that really nice uncaged, slick, locked on feature that you get in visual mode. Notice it's still moving around. It's pretty sloppy. It's used to, let's do TMA down. There it goes right back to the center. And I can put this thing right on a target. And then TMA switch up when I got it locked on right there. There we go. And then launch. There we go. Break off. And shack. That's BoreSight mode. Alright, so Viz mode. I've got the asterisk at the top left of my HUD, so my HUD is soy. I'm going to put this square and path marker, flight path marker, right where I think the target will be. T-miss switch up. Now the square is locked in place. I can look down here and now I can see that the seeker head is uncaged and in place. I can lock on and then let one loose. T-miss switch up to lock. Shack. Alright, that's viz mode. Okay, pre-brief. Once you have PreBrief selected on the Maverick, you can come over here to the targeting pod, make sure it is the SOI, sensor of interest, and you're going to T-miss switch up to change it into point track. It's going to select, you're going to select a target. Once you have a target, D-miss switch down to switch over to the Maverick as your sensor of interest. FOV, and notice it's not quite on the target. So what I can do is put it on the target. Over here it's on the target, but here it's not. Once I have it on it, lock on, T-miss switch up, hit BSGT, and that'll BoreSight that rack of missiles to the targeting pod. I'm going to go to the other rack, BSGT, and now it is BoreSighted to the targeting pod as well. T-miss switch down to unlock. Come back over. D-miss switch down. Come back over to the targeting pod. Let's go to wide view. And we'll come around for another pass now that we're BoreSighted. Alright, now that we're BoreSighted, go to narrow view here. We can actually select a target. Once we have that selected, over here on the Mavericks, it should already be right on that target. T-miss switch up, and we got a lock. And let her loose. Rifle. Once we are in that area, we can move the seeker switch, seeker head for the other missiles to the other targets. And let them all loose.
I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a...
I hit one of them twice. That's my bad. Alright. So, that's how you use the Maverick, visual mode, BoreSight, and PreBrief. I hope this helps. And you can get down there and do some mud sweeping.